So first thing first, this is not to discourage the Dandi March for salt led by Gandhi, but to emphasize the importance and the context of Mahad Satyagraha led by B.R. Ambedkar. On one hand, Salt March demanded the freedom from Britishers. On the other hand, Mahad Satyagraha demanded freedom from their own fellow Indians. Dandi identified the external oppressor and asked them to leave. On the other hand, Mahad identified the internal injustice and sickness and asked civilization to heal itself. One required the courage against the foreign ruler, other required something harder, the willingness to go against one's own fellow citizens, one's own co-religionists. The tax was the imposition of an empire. Once the empire left, the tax could be abolished by the stroke of legislative pen. Untouchability and caste discrimination, on contrast, did not arrive with the British and did not live with them. It was woven in the social fabric of Indian community from millennia. It required not the change of government but the mindset of people of India itself. So passing reform and setting up the rule by government is totally different thing from changing the heart and changing the customs of entire Indian community. So it was today a century ago, B.R. Ambedkar led thousands of people to drink water from the Chavdar at Mahad. But after that erupted a violence against these satyagrahis on their way back to the home in their bullock carts in their villages. And after this violence, shamelessly these upper caste people filed a complaint and the case against this act in the Supreme Court. It took 10 years to the court to acknowledge that untouchables also have right to the public water source. So this was my opinion on salt and water.